One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it. Let's talk about our first topic, and that is Uber Advantage starting in 9 select cities right now. It probably already started already. It rolled out. We kind of got wind of it before. It was supposed to be even announced, and then they had to rush and announce it. So yes, driver modes are changing, and so Advantage is starting.
Well, it's going to look like this, people. My wonderful eyes and ears all over the country, FYI. Seriously, some of these now, Chris, are coming to me professional style. You know how some people, first time they email me, they're kind of nervous. They go, "Oh, first time I'm emailing you." The screenshots are all over the place, you know. So I have to kind of like put it together, make sense out of everything, out of 1,000 emails, right? But then now we have our audience trained so well that, I mean, I got one today, which we're going to talk about next week, but they're all like this now. They're all like condensed, beautifully presented. And I'm going like, I don't have to do anything. I just have to show it. And in the old days, it used to be like herding cats. I mean, like, where is the other screenshot that goes with this screenshot? And then it'll be like on the fourth different email, you know? So this is how it's going to look, people. See that, Chris? See that? It says, it has a, you know, you see the advantage mark? What is that? What kind of, is that like a champion sign or a V victory sign? I don't know. Look at that. Look at that.
It's some psychologist saying, hey, this looks good, so let's put it in there so it'll try to suggest drivers to become
it looks like, it looks like an eagle on top of a soccer ball or something. It's like, but anyway, look at the second trip. Look at that 5%, buddy. Look at that. A whole lot of 21 cents on that one. But anyway, so trips are going to look like this when you guys finish it on the receipt. I have a question for you, partner. Now they put that there, 5% advantage or advantage mode, right? You got extra 21 cents, 23 cents. We're dealing with pennies here, but how do you know that you got that over a standard driver?
You don't. I mean, the only way you can is comparing the rides. That's really the only way.
Well, that's next coming up.
So yes, that's the only way you're going to figure it out, to know if there is a comparison between the two.
We'll figure out. You know what these markets are called, like the 9 markets that they're doing this in? Yeah, I'm learning all this new language, people. I'm going to break it down piece by piece. They're called synthetic markets, buddy. Did you know that?
Synthetic market? What is that? Like a fake market? Like we're going to make it?
Yeah. No, the synthetic is like, you know how Teslas don't have real leather, synthetic leather, right?
Yeah.
It's an imitation.
So it's a fake market?
Synthetic markets. Usually Uber tests these things in synthetic markets where they can get away with certain things and then collect the data. And then if it did work out, then they'll just spread it nationwide.
Drivers, again, remember, hold on. Drivers, the biggest thing to remember, don't take a ride if you don't think it's worth it. This is the whole point when it comes to upfront fares, is if you don't think it's acceptable, don't accept the trip. You know, they're trying to now play a new game. If this is one of your cities, like if you're in Kansas City, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, if you're in, you know, parts of Florida, and a couple, I think Austin, and a couple other places, if you're having this advantage versus standard, again, if the ride doesn't look worth it, don't take it, because advantage and standard probably isn't going to make much of a difference. And here's the thing, if it's something that doesn't work out and doesn't work in their favor, because look, the threshold is at 25%. That means the acceptance rate is very low if they're putting the bar at 25%. So that just means that they're still pricing trips wrong, as Sergio has been pointing out with the 8-part series. You know, they're still pricing trips wrong. That's on Uber, not on us. Don't accept the crap.
Yeah, please go check those series out. First 5 are out. 6 is coming up tomorrow. So this is how it's going to look. Since it's only 9 cities, at some point, probably in a month or so, maybe a couple months after this is all settled down, I'm going to need your help because I'm not in one of those cities. Chris is not in one of those cities. We're going to need to get a few drivers together and test this standard versus advantage. If you guys are really getting the 5% extra, we did the algorithmic discrimination tests in the past. I'm sure we'll do it again in the future. But we need to know is you're really, on the identical trip, are you getting pinged 5% higher? You know what I mean? Or we'll see. I mean, we'll just have to make that up, figure it out. So I saw that comment. I think you got
my biggest thing is, though, first of all, there's a couple of things. One, they could just change the trip to make it look like you're getting 5%. And that's why we'd have to test it out. So you could say the shaving on the base fare. Oh yeah, it went down 5%. So that could be one thing. But we can look at it the other way. What if they were actually lowering the fares and then giving you a 5% bonus, and it really wasn't anything? That's the normal rate.
Okay.
All of the standard drivers are getting screwed now by out 5%.
Yeah, of course. Look, I mean, you all are in these markets. I'm not. So again, you're my eyes and ears. You guys have to tell me, like, okay, compared to a month ago, let's say. See, Uber has a tendency of lowering the fares before they release a program, right? And again, 5% is like 20 cents, 30 cents. It's the, boiling the frog slowly thing. Nobody will feel it if they did that already. And then they pop the 5%, making it look like we're giving you 5% extra. So I'm learning quite a bit here. Last couple of 3 weeks, I've learned quite a bit. I'm educating myself some more, like as if I needed it. But, you all have to make a decision. What? Hocus pocus. There you go. Take shots, people. First of all, if this was 25%, right? This would, okay. The series, by the way, is Uber is having a massive acceptance rate issue in the country. Okay. These 9 synthetic marketplaces are probably leading that. And again, thank you, Nikki. I'm really surprised with the low threshold that Uber set with the 25, 8 cancel, less than 8 cancellation, 485 rating, and the CMT score coming up in September too. So it goes to show what kind of problems Uber is having with acceptance rates, which I applaud all of you, right? Because you have signed up to the program of decline garbage, know your worth. If 5% is going to, nudge you to accept more trips, extra 5% extra, which may or may not be, we don't know yet, but we will figure that out. Then we'll have a problem, Houston. Now 25% would have been definitely a nudge, a good push for people who are declining and reclining to accept more trips. 5% is not going to move the needle. If I'm like a 10% acceptance rate driver, I'm going to move myself to 25% because I'm getting supposedly 5% more. So anyway, but please keep sending me these in this format, okay?
Yep. And just to put it in perspective, for every $5 a fare it's a 25-cent extra pay that they claim.
Where are we today? We're in 2024. We're talking pennies here, people. Seriously. Anyway, so next one. The next screenshot is this is what the ping looks like. Oh. I see what you did. I see what you did, Chris.
Sorry, it's something between Sergio and myself.
How's it going?
But
anyway, so this is how the ping is going to look, and it's going to come with that same eagle with the whatever. It will say advantage included. Oh, this is going to be an easy test, Chris.
Yep,
for sure, because it says advantage, the 5% is included, and then already this is 2 identical trips, by the way, people. Okay, so they showed on Trip Radar. This is the same driver. They showed on Trip Radar at 9:16. Okay, And then when they popped the exclusive, right? It was 9.39. It went up. Positive surprise. Now, did it go up 5%? No. So what I'm trying to think now here, if 5% was included in 9.16 and it was 9.16, shouldn't 9.39 be more than 5%?
Well, the thing is, they got it pinged twice. So you think it would come in the same price, but
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they may have moved at that point because if you look at the distance to pick up, you're at 0.3 miles to 0.4 miles. So,
yeah,
I mean, that could be the discrepancy there.
Yeah, whatever. No,
It's
I
a
doubt
possibility.
it. Well, no, I mean, yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, we're gonna have fun testing this. So whoever is in those 9 markets in about a month or 2, when we do another show, I'll let you guys know. We'll get it done. And so that's what the ping is gonna look like. And if you're standard, first of all, you're not even gonna see the exclusive any longer. You're gonna see everything on the left side, trip radar, where all rejects go to die.
They
And
get passed around.
yeah,
I can't
that's
say that.
like
I
getting
can't say
tossed around.
that's a family show.
So what I'm trying to say though is that, okay, if that was, they showed that on Trip Radar already to like a bunch of people, so how's that popping up as an exclusive afterwards? It's not exclusive. It's been shown around already. Yeah, it's been shopped around.
I think the exclusive is saying that like it's coming as a direct request to you versus it could be hitting 20 other drivers at the same, but it's the direct request coming to you.
Gotcha.
Beyond that, I don't know.
Okay. So the other thing is, people, if you're not, it's actually the big knock on the dual citizenship now. Now we have a dual citizenship at Uber. Okay. We have advantage drivers on one here, and then we have just the peons, standard people. I'm laughing, but is that even legal? I mean, can you just do that? Isn't that like
I don't know.
status? I don't know. I got to look into this. So you have advantage here, you have standard here. Standard is yesterday's newspaper or worse. You're going to get nothing but trip radars. The problem with this, Chris, becomes at airports, rematches and things like that. If you're a standard driver and you dropped off before, you may have gotten a rematch here and there, whatever. But even if you go to the queue now, okay, you're not going to get any direct pings. And that's what the one on the right-hand screenshot says. That could be like a pretty big disadvantage for people who do a lot of airport trips. You know what I mean? Because now...
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know if that's really going to make a difference because, again, if there's so many drivers that aren't necessarily accepting and, they say 5%, but they look at the ride coming in and they're like, not worth it. They're still going to pass on it and it's going to shuffle around. I don't know. I mean, they could stack it differently. Absolutely. But I don't know. I mean, how deep can that algorithm go?
Yeah, I don't know. So, if you're standard and you're at queue, you're going to get nothing but trip radar. You're not going to get pings. Okay. So now you're in actually my last video, number 4. It was great headline. It was FOMO, fear of missing out, where, trip radar is, right? Hunger Games, we're going to play a bunch of Hunger Games if we're standard because we're just battling over the same shit. Okay, go back one more. Sorry. Just 1 second. And so, my 2 cents on this is going to be this. First of all, no, okay, advantage over, okay, let's say advantage drivers get all the pings, right? So we can't create more drivers out of thin air. And if the demand is there, how are they going to get away with it? I think actually this may hurt Uber, to be honest with you, because, okay, you shuffle through all your ants, and then the smart guys are waiting now. It's probably going to surge, and then the guys on standard mode are probably going to do better. So, but we will figure that out. So anyway,
that's a real possibility, especially when you get deep, when you start getting into peeling back some of the layers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So just cool off, people. Don't jump on this 5%. Okay, so just stay standard. Stay where you are. I wouldn't worry about it. So anyway, yeah, this is and then When I said, a couple of weeks ago, Uber, where I started the series, 8-part series, the headline on the first 2-3 were Uber is having a massive nationwide acceptance rate problem, meaning people are watching, people are passing the word around, people's acceptance rates are collapsing, okay? Justifiably so, because Uber is not pricing trips correctly. So I ran a survey, not scientific, but got enough results, right? And as expected, I think Uber got up to, this from a couple of days ago, I'm pretty sure it's more now. So if you guys can see, the 0 to 40%, I'm gonna go, okay? Forget the 0 to 20. 0 to 20 on Lyft was crazy, 45%. So Lyft is definitely not pricing trips correctly. But then if you combine the 0 to 20 and 21 to 40 together, Chris, we're at close to 60%. We're at 59%, right?
Yep.
Well, that means 60%, 6 out of 10 drivers are going, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks, 6 out of 10 times. Okay, that's one. On Uber, 0 to 20 was not as high as Lyft. It was 37%. But again, if you combine it with the 0 to 20 and 21 to 40, that was at 53%. So people are learning, which is great, fantastic. Please pass the word around. My concern is with that last group there, Chris, which is in both companies, it's almost similar. We need to work on these people right here. You guys see it's 80 to 100%, 21% on Lyft, and 24% on Uber. People, what are you guys thinking? It ain't worth it, unless those are all the illegals driving. It ain't worth it. Stop taking these trips, 80 to 100%. What's wrong with you people? Know your worth. Holy crap. So anyway, so much respect to our audience, watching now, watching later by the thousands. Thumbs up. Keep declining if it's not fitting your metrics. We're not working for free. And so this proves this advantage versus standard thing is coming around because what we're doing is working. It's literally working. People are declining trips by the millions.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with all of it. Go back to that interview with Dara, and he claims if acceptance rate goes down, we Uber are not pricing rides correctly. That means still after 2+ years at this point of having upfront fares, you are still not pricing rides correctly. Simplest fix. You want to get it up to 90%? Raise rates. Don't play this hocus pocus game of advantage versus standard. There's absolutely no reason, because the average person or the smart person is going to look at it and say, is it worth my time? Yes or no? Is it where I want to go? Yes or no? Is the area going to have a lot of traffic? Yes or no? And they're going to ask those questions. We just posted a video from a Boston driver who went through 19 rides in 3 minutes to get the right ride that he wanted. And
did he ever? Did he ever? Oh, he's here. Is he here? I don't know. He was here.
I'm not sure.
That guy knows what he's doing. Yeah,
you got to be smart when you're out on the road. Make the right decisions. Not all rides are going to be worth it. That means don't take the rides that aren't worth it. Take the rides that are going to be worth it, and put you in a place where you want to be.
Okay, so open invitation to all of you here watching later. If you are in that last group, 80 to 100% group, I know a few, but I already talked to them. I want you to email me, Sergio at rideshareguy.com.
Travis is 100%.
Travis, I need to put you on behind the wheel.
And Donnie.
I'm going to show Donnie next week. Oh my God. So maybe Donnie part 2 is coming up, but no, I want new fresh blood. So where is he? Travis Noble, email me, Sergio at rideshareguy.com. Please, pretty please, with sugar on top. We put the good, we put the bad. I want to understand. I want to get in your head. I want to understand why you are at 100% AR. I really want to know. It's like beyond the curiosity at this point. Okay. There you have Motown West at 99 AR. Okay. Between you two. Okay. Motown West or Travis Noble. Email me at sergio@therideshareguy.com. I want to do a behind the wheel interview with you, preferably with both of you. Okay, there you go. So.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.